Alright guys, today we're gonna do an in-depth review of the Frigidaire gallery stove, oven, and cooktop.
Do you want to heat something up?
Now I'm just making the in-depth review, that's all.
Okay.
But as you can see, it's got some little markings around here. But as you can see, it's a nice looking oven. Only downside problem is the light has burned out when you open the door. The light doesn't light up, so...
Here, can I toast my bread in here? You can show them how to turn it on?
Sure, I will show you. Anyways, we're gonna toast that bread, which I'm gonna show you how to heat it up later on. Or actually, let's show you right now.
About 225, I think.
So, bake. So, what we're gonna do is you're gonna press the bake button right here. And I want it to bake for 225. So right now 350. The oven is set at 350, which is default. So if you wanted to lower the temperature to 225, you press 225 and it brings you up 225. Once you're ready to start the oven, you click the button which is at start. And you can hear the fan just come on. Because this one also has a convection mode, which it has a fan inside of the oven. Which it usually does during the preheat process to help recirculate the air faster. So as you can see, right now it's baking. So once the oven is set at 225 degrees, it's gonna beep for us to let you know that the preheat has been complete. So while the oven is doing its thing, let me show you some other reviews. This is the knobs for the stove. Each knob controls its own setting. This one right here, it's for a quick boil. And you can hear the oven heating elements changing from bottom to up. You can hear the relays clicking. And this knob right here controls this part right down there. So this part, and the upper part is keep warm. You can do things, other things. So it also shows you the label that shows you which spot it is on right now, so you don't have to worry about turning anything on like when it's the right burners. Anyways, now here's all the oven controls. In here, when it's preheating right now, which I'll show you how to start. And here we have the delay start. You can set for how long you want it to delay for. I think most of the ovens can set for up to 1 to 24 hours. Let's see. I think 2400. I think 24 minutes. So once after 24 minutes it's up, then the oven starts. So it hit cancel. Oh, I turned it off. Let's see. Bake 225. There we go. If you hit the cancel button, it turns off the oven. And bake time. If you wanted to set for how long you wanted to bake the oven for, you just hit bake time, and it's gonna bring you up time. And I wanted to heat up the toaster bread for about 10 minutes. So in order to set the time, for example, I wanted to heat up the bread for 5 minutes. So you click 5, then you hit the start button here, and boom, once the time is counting down, if you go to bake time, you see it counting down. And to stop it, to stop the time, hit the cancel button. And you need to restart the oven, because after you hit the cancel button, it turns everything off. And the timer on and off button. This is how long you set the time without doing its thing. Like if you're cooking up the dinner, for example, like if you wanted to if you're cooking up the bacon in the grill, if you wanted to set it for about 5 For if you want to take a break 5 minutes, for example, hit the timer on off button. Then it brings you up, timer. And I wanted to set for if you wanted to run the meal for how long you wanted to set for. So if you want to set for 5 minutes, 5, and then you hit the start button. And once you hit start, the time counts down. And to turn it off, you press the time button. Self-clean mode. This is a mode which if you wanted to clean the oven, you can set for from 2 to 4 hours of run. So which I'm going to show you that. Hit this. So when you're ready to clean, make sure you remove all the oven racks. So make sure you open all doors and windows, because if you don't, the steam is gonna come out. So that's very important. So once after that, all the oven racks are removed. You hit the self clean button. Of course, you hear a couple of beeps coming. That means the oven is doing its thing, and you have to hit cancel in order to get to that, which I'm gonna show you. Hit the self-clean button. You can set for how long I want it to run for 4 hours. See, I think I have to hit 4 hours. 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and restart the oven since. And the clock. The set clock. And this button. And the set clock button. Like for example, like if there's like a power outage, like when the power is restored, for example, or when you first when you first using your oven, it was set for 12 a.m. and it blinks to let you know, like, hey, if there's a power outage or the oven is first plugged in or it's unplugged. So in order to set the clock, like for example, our time is 12:31. So what you're gonna do is you hit the set clock button. What you can't do right now because the oven is doing its thing. And this button adds another minute. Like if you want to continue to heat the oven for about another minute, just hit the add a minute button, and once after you hit the button, the time starts instantly. So to turn the timer off, hit the timer button. And the light button. This button controls the light on and off, which the light itself is not coming on because the light bulb is burned out. So let me show it again real quick. Let me turn on the light. See, the light doesn't come on. You can buy one of these bulbs. Like if your one is burned out, you can simply have to replace the light bulb. You take it out, take the old bulb out, and put a new one. Make sure you unplug it first. And if you don't want to do that, you can call the company who makes it. And the lock button locks the oven and locks all the controls. In that case, like if you press the button, for example, or if somebody was pushing randomly buttons, like if the oven, because if they wanted to mess up the oven, but in order to set the lock, you have to push and hold this button down for about 3 seconds.
Okay, you can turn it off now, William. I think my bread is toasted.
All right. So right now I turn the oven.
Awesome video.
So right now I turn the oven off. So in order to lock the controls,
Does Mommy Helen like you to lock them?
now I'm just showing everybody of how to do that. Showing. So anyways, in order to lock the oven, you push and hold this lock icon for about 3 seconds. Once after 3 seconds, the door will lock, and it will take about approximately 15 seconds for it to lock. And a door lock light blinks to let you know that the door is locking. There we go. Once it's locked completely, the lock turns solid. So you can't open the oven door or turn anything on, anything like that. So it locks it to prevent changes. So in order to unlock the oven, you do the same procedure. You push and hold the lock button for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Boom. You hear that beep? Now the door unlocks. Door open will appear in the display. This should take about approx 15 seconds for the oven door to unlock. And as you can see, it unlocked. So that means that the oven is ready to open. See? Oven door opens. You can turn the oven on, anything like that. So it's a cool feature. And bake, like I mentioned earlier. If you want to bake the oven for, I wanted to bake the yep. So hey, be careful, it's hot now.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you. Perfect toast.
So if you wanted to for example, like I showed you earlier in the video, if you want to preheat the oven for about 325 degrees, like if you're making like a recipe, for example, hit the bake button, and 350 degrees, it's our default setting for most of the ovens. So I wanted to preheat the oven for 375 degrees. So in order to overwrite this, hit 375. It brings you up 375. When you're ready, hit the start. To stop, hit cancel. And the broil button is used like if you wanted to heat something like anything like that. I'm not sure what the. I think if you want to heat something like something like that. I'm not quite sure like what to boil something. You just hit the boil button. 550 degrees. That's so hot. Let's see. I think on.
I think that's good.
I know. I'm just showing everybody the in-depth reviews and all the controls. And the convection is in the convect. That's a convection oven. You hear the fan ramps when you press the bake button. But the fan on bake section only is for preheating to let the air recirculate so it can heat up faster. So in order to convect the oven, just press the convect button. See, 350 degrees. Default convect bake will blink. And I want the oven to set to 225 degrees. So hit 255 for 255. When you're ready to start, hit the green start button. To cancel, hit the cancel button. And the convect button is I think it's like two-step convect. I'm not quite sure. Comment down below, tell me what this button is. So, and
Alright, William, that's enough.
I know I just like to show you.
Stop.
I know. I just like to show everybody the full review of it.
Okay, I think you've covered everything.
I know.
Okay. Thank you, subscribers.
Thank you, because I know those are my things.
I know. You can turn it off now.